Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back to another brand new video. Let's begin. Do you feel like you're fighting a battle alone, slogging through the darkness by yourself? Do you try to force positivity and optimism into your life, no matter how bad things are? We wanna reassure you that you're not alone. It can be hard and stifling, and maybe there are some things that you're dealing with that aren't so pretty. If you're not happy or hurting about something, it's important that you acknowledge it instead of repressing and ignoring it. Here are 6 signs that you are hurting subconsciously. Number 1, you avoid being alone with your own thoughts. Are you constantly looking to be doing things that distract you from your thoughts? Of course, with how hectic and busy routines have gotten, there is a chance that you might not be doing this on purpose. However, if you are avoiding being alone with your own thoughts on purpose, this might be a sign that you're hurting subconsciously. Generally, when you choose to suppress emotions, these are related to negative memories or experiences. Such emotions include anger, sadness, frustration, and fear. And of course, being by yourself without doing anything distracting will lead to these emotions surfacing, which is why you avoid being by yourself with your own thoughts. Being alone with your own thoughts and self-reflecting is very important. It allows you to have an accurate estimation of the state of your well-being and make decisions that will be better for you with your current circumstances. Number 2, you feel uncomfortable when you have to talk about your feelings. Do you often talk about your feelings with other people? How do you feel when someone asks you how you're doing? If you feel uncomfortable discussing your feelings with others, it might be a sign that you're hurting subconsciously. Similar to how you avoid being alone with your thoughts, discussing your feelings with others will resurface the emotions that you're trying to suppress. There are a number of factors that affect which emotions you suppress, including the guidance you receive from parents or role models about dealing with these emotions. It's very normal for parents or role models to constantly tell you that you should avoid feeling bad emotions, such as the ones mentioned above. However, even though you can avoid negative emotions in the short term, they will always bottle up until you address them. Number 3, you go along with everything without expressing your wants or needs. How often do you prioritize your own wants and needs over other people's? If you're constantly doing what other people want you to do without ever expressing what you would like to do, chances are that you're hurting subconsciously. You might be afraid that by letting people know what you want and need, the negative emotions that are hurting you will show. And of course, this can happen subconsciously. There is a chance that you simply don't express your wants and needs because you like to be a flexible person. There's nothing wrong with that. And flexible friends who are willing to sacrifice what they want to help others are very valuable. But if you feel like something is off, try giving yourself some time to self-reflect and figure out the reason why you don't express your wants and needs. Number 4, you feel nervous or stressed most of the time. Are you in a constant state of alert and tension? This is one of the biggest and most common signs that you're hurting subconsciously. Your emotional state will be under a lot of pressure if there is a repressed negative feeling or emotion that is affecting you without being addressed. Not processing these repressed emotions will not disappear by themselves and will result in psychological and physical issues if left unattended. So if you can notice yourself being nervous about everything or constantly feeling stressed out for reasons that usually don't affect you, you're most likely hurting subconsciously. Number 5, you're easily angered and have frequent mood swings. Are you flying off the handle without warning? Were you at one time more mild-mannered, but now feel anger boiling in your gut on a daily basis? Subconscious hurts can manifest themselves into feelings of anger and upsets. For example, imagine having recently broken up with your romantic partner because they cheated on you. Now, instead of addressing the anger and disappointment of being betrayed, you just carry on like everything is fine. Being in that emotional stage will make it so that anything will anger you because the emotions that you're repressing are leaking. So if you notice you're having more frequent mood swings, are overreacting, or prone to emotional outbursts, you probably have repressed emotions that are hurting you subconsciously. And number 6, you're having terrible nightmares. Have you been having some really awful nightmares? Factors such as stress or past trauma can cause people to remember dreams and nightmares much more vividly. Your subconscious mind communicates to you through a number of ways, including dreams. So if you're experiencing terrible nightmares, it most likely means that your mind is telling you that there is some pain or negative emotion affecting it. To address this, as soon as you wake up from a terrible nightmare, try to write down what you experienced on a piece of paper and self-reflect. there might be a connection between what you dreamt and your real life. Did you relate to any of these signs? If so, what do you plan to do next? Tell us in the comments below. Please like and share this video if it helped you and you think it could help someone else too. The studies and references used are listed in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more Psych2Go videos, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.